Welcome to Vision Plus and welcome back to this S.4 Mathematics. We are looking at powers and coefficients under differentiation. Example 3 says, find the derivative of the following. Part A, we have the function y equals to 9x power negative 2 out of 3 plus 3x power 1 out of 3 minus 5. If you look here, there is no variable x which is on the denominator. That means we can go on straight to differentiate. This means that y dx here becomes, we say 9 times, then you lower the power, times negative 2 out of 3 x. Now we need a new power here, which is the old power, negative 2 out of 3 minus 1. We have differentiated the first term, plus 3 times, lower the power, that is 1 out of 3, and then x. And now the new power becomes the old power 1 out of 3 minus 1. We have differentiated the second term, minus 5 is a constant. If we differentiate the constant, we get 0. Now from here, we just need to simplify. That means, what is 9 times negative 2 out of 3? It is around negative 6. Negative 2 divided by 3 times 9, negative 6. Negative 6 x power negative 2 divided by 3 minus 1. Negative 5 out of 3. So the new power is negative 5 out of 3. And then plus 3 times a third is 1. So 1 x 1 out of 3 minus 1. A third minus 1. Negative 2 out of 3. So we will have power negative 2 out of 3. Minus 0 makes no difference. So this is the answer, which is correct. Or alternatively, trying to make the powers positive, which is optional, it gives us here negative 6 over, on applying the laws of indices, we shall have x power positive 5 out of 3, and then plus 1 over x power positive 2 out of 3. This one is also correct. There are very many alternative forms of this answer. So let me stop with those two so that we save our time. Either the first one or the second one is correct, but always leave the first one. Part B, we are given a function defined by y equals to 6x power negative a half minus x power half minus x power half. If you look there again closely, all the powers are on the numerator. That means we go on to differentiate straight away. So the y dx becomes 6 times the power is negative a half x. Now the new power becomes the old power, which is negative a half minus 1. We simply subtract 1 from the old power. Then we proceed minus, here there is a coefficient of 1 times, we lower the power, which is a half x. Now the new power becomes the old power half minus 1. Then we simplify. 6 times negative half, negative 3. Negative 3 x negative half minus 1. That is negative 3 out of 2. Negative 3 out of 2. Minus 1 times half is a half x. A half minus 1 is negative half. And this is the answer. In case you need another alternative form, this is the same as negative 3. Then you put x down, making its power positive. Power 3 out of 2. Minus a half minus 1 over 2. We put x down, the power becomes positive, or half. x to the power half is the same as root of x. That is another alternative answer. This is correct, but always differentiate, simplify, and stop there. Don't look for problems. Now from there, we go to part C, which is the last part here. Part C, we are given y as 8x power 2 out of 5 minus 5x power negative 3 out of 4 plus 4. Still here, there is no variable which is on the denominator. So we go on to say this is part C. Y dx now becomes 8 times, we drop the power x, and now the new power becomes 2 out of 5 minus 1. We have to differentiate the first term. Minus the second term is 5 times negative 3 out of 4 x. What is now the new power? Is negative 3 out of 4 minus 1. And then we simplify and we get the answer. So here on simplifying, use a calculator. 2 divided by 5 times 8, 16 out of 5. 16 out of 5 x. 2 out of 5 minus 1. 2 divided by 5 minus 1. Negative 3 out of 5. Negative 3 out of 5. There is a negative here and there is a negative here. That makes it positive. And then 5 times 3 out of 4 is like 3 divided by 4 times 5. 15 out of 4. Plus 15 out of 4 x. What is the new power? Negative 3 divided by 4 minus 1. Negative 7 out of 4. Negative 7 out of 4. And that is the answer. But if you want to simplify, which is optional, the answer could be in the format. You just put x down to make the power positive. So you shall have 16 out of 5 x power positive 3 out of 5 plus 15 out of 4 x power positive 7 out of 4. This is an alternative answer. But always you differentiate, you simplify, and leave your answer to avoid unnecessary errors. So this is the solution to example 3.